is still pretty much owned. They should just really push right now. I mean, really, all they're trying to do is just dominate the NOA team. That's kind of what I'm talking about most. Is they should really just dominate the shops and just kind of push from there. Expo would be smart. Maybe some glaives would be awesome, just because you actually can't get out the glaives unless you have a Blade Master in 2s, and especially, like, if all you have is a Blade Master and a Shadow Hunter, you don't want to be that offensive with it. So, really, if you get a couple glaives, you can actually really screw your opponent over. And, actually, another thing you can do is just get Owl Scout. I actually get it a lot in 2s just because it really owns Blade Masters. Like, it demolishes them. Because they expect to be able to maneuver around and be able to do all this fancy stuff. And Dust really just doesn't cut it. You might as well just get the permanent spell. Nice Hex and Dust, by the way. But, yeah, Dust just gets a little expensive in the end. And since Searing Arrows doesn't do that much damage, and really all you need the Priestess is for the True Shot aura, especially against, Dryads, Scout is really handy. Now, one thing that, oh, never mind. If Shy had Burrows, one of the opposite, it's a close game. No, it's really not. If the Orc had Burrows, I'd just get more Spirit Walkers. Screw Raiders, they suck. No, Spirit Walkers are more important right now, especially because it saves heroes and Huntress. So, yeah. Really, this part of the game gets kind of boring because it's just try to keep map control. But, really, this is kind of a mistake by the WE team. Watch, they're going to get super owned. If you don't have mobility with Dryads, you're going to get owned. Like, right now, he's screwed because he actually can't get out through the right of the base, and you got him in a pinch. Actually, so I guess, the Moonwells were kind of a trap. But, if you get this kind of positioning against an elf with mass Dryads, you've won. Like, hands down, you've won. Like, there is no way that this is close. Just wait. The ownage will pick up. I mean, the Orc heroes are pretty much dominating. And, the elf player attacked his own Moonwells for a second. But, really, if you have Moonwells at your disposal and you've got them in a really, really bad position, it's kind of GG. Especially without a TP. Actually, Remind should just get out right now. Like, really, those Hunters are just owning. There we go. He gets out. Problem is he screws over his Orc ally. Which is just dangerous. This is why you actually feed your Orc ally just so that can actually pick up items. Pretty nice Shadow Hunter block, actually. But stuff is dying, and this is pretty much the end of the 2s. I mean, Lyn got owned. He's pretty much useless. All he can really do is trying to help micro Dryads, but he doesn't play Elf, so he wouldn't know. And the Expo's going up for OG because, yeah, there's nothing he can do. Like, there is literally nothing he can do. His gold mine's going to run out soon. All he can do is get more Dryads, plus he's in low upkeep already with 54 food. That was just kind of silly. But, yeah, his game is over. I mean, sure, he is still controlling one shop. As I said, controlling a shop is pretty important. But, yeah, I don't think he has enough income to actually properly control a shop. So, yeah, once again, good 2v2 team just destroyed, two really good solo players. I mean, yeah, they're still good solo players on their own, but they're not as good as, Remind and freaking Lyn. So, yeah. Basically, my recommendation is just to, find an AT partner and just play a whole bunch of games with them and try different things, modify certain strats against certain matchups, try and stick to, one race until you feel comfortable in all of the matchups, which is hard to do. And, once again, Remind's being a dummy. Don't go after the Moonwells, because, look, they were just waiting for him to do that. I mean, if you know that don't know. Remind, I can honestly say that's probably one of your dumber moves. Actually, your best bet was to try and play a little offensively and try and pick off random units, like, one by one, and just kind of run around with Dryads, because there's really nothing you can do without Ensnare. Like, he could have actually just run around with pure Dryads and relied on Moon Juice, and tried to win that way. But there's really not much you can do. I mean, the rest of the Hunt army just got there, and he's already owned. So, yeah, basically, if you're a good 2's team, you can completely destroy a good 1v1 team. And I mean, like, hero levels didn't even make that much of a difference. I mean, yeah, Shadow Hunter makes a difference, but still. So, anyways, my recommends, just play a few 2v2s or with one ally until you get really comfortable, and then, if you can change up races, that's good. Like, if you have a random player on your team, that's awesome. Which is why Strive Crow and Axel have completely dominated 2v2 ladder. Like, they went 50-0 or something. Wait, did they go 100-0? I forget. Either way, they do really, really well in the 2s. It's not often that they lose, unless they're like the old Grubby Todd team, which doesn't exist anymore. Grubby was a good 2s player. So was, I guess so was Todd, but whatever. So yeah, just play until you get comfortable with something, and then once you get comfortable, switch a few things up, and then make sure that you can still go back to your comfort zone. And obviously, if you know what you're doing in 2s, really just smart play beats micro. Well, unless like early game and you get owned too hard. Yeah, you need, like, a really smart team will own a good team to a point. I mean, you need to have some competence, obviously, but yeah, really just playing smart really beats the crap out of micro in 2s. Which is kind of vice versa in solo, which is retarded, but still, that's why I like 2s. Plus, it's always interesting. So, yeah, I hope you learned something from this audio. I hope it wasn't too showcasty. It's kind of hard to commentate on 2s. Yeah. Because there's a lot less decision-making. I mean, really what you do is all as a team. And basically it's just, you know, knowing what hero combos or what unit combos work and when to hit. And positioning is huge. I can't think of anything else. Yeah, if you have terrible positioning, obviously, no matter how smart you are, terrible positioning is going to own you. So, yeah, I'm going to end the audio off here. Thanks for listening. Peace out. Hey, what's up, WC Replays? This is Orange back again for another audio commentary. This audio commentary is copyrighted in 2007, and I don't care what you think of my grammar. So, get the replay pause at the 45-second mark. Yes, I will go into the whole grammar aspect of this audio commentary later. I just don't really feel like doing it right now. So, why do I have allied colors on? Alright. So, 45-second mark, and yes, today's game is a 2s. Fun stuff. This is actually quite a fantastic replay. I forget where I got it from. Honestly, if you watch this replay and you're like, oh my god, you stole that from my site, just let me know and I'll fix it and give you guys the credit. 'Cause I was totally looking for a replay and I was like, oh my god, I should do a 2s. So I think I hit up a league site or maybe someone's clan site. I forget where I was, but I was like, oh, this looks pretty sweet. Watched it and I was like, wow, this actually teaches something that is fairly valuable and that people have been complaining on the forums about. So I figured, why the hell not? I'll cover it. So, I forget what side I was going to do. Right. So get it under H2K Ark's point of view. I'll be covering his ally as well, so don't even worry about that. So basically what today's matchup is it's going to be Orc and Night Elf versus Human and Orc, obviously. But what the Orc and the Night Elf are going to be doing is a mass strategy, which is basically Huntress, Priestess of the Moon, and then Tauren Chieftain and Headhunters in massive amounts of gayness. So generally what people are going to do is try and end it early. So what you do is just have to stick it out, and there are several techniques to do this. So we'll get into it in a bit. hella